And now, your First Alert 5 weather.
And welcome back, everyone. It's been a cold and windy start to the weekend here in southern Colorado. All we could warm up to today in the Springs was 40 degrees, and that's nearly 20 degrees below the seasonal average. Pueblo also far below the average of 63, only warming into the upper 40s. And tonight with dry skies, clearer conditions across the region, that's going to translate in some very cold temperatures, many of us dropping down to the teens. For the mountain areas, get this, single digits and negative lows out across the high country of Colorado. Live cams looking pretty good from Monument Hill to our Rockrimmon studios, down south to the Steel City, out west towards the Royal Gorge. Generally clear skies there with just a few clouds here in the Colorado Springs area. You can see currently we're sitting at 38 degrees, so within 2 degrees of that daytime high. Still a lot of wind across much of southern Colorado. Because of the wind, because of the low humidity, those red flag warnings still in effect. Keep that in mind. So no outdoor burning. Please don't toss cigarette butts out the window. Don't drag Don't drag chains behind your trucks or cars. That can create a spark. That spark in the grasses can cause a fire to spread quickly. Right now in Pueblo, still windy outside with the current temperature at about 46 degrees. We have a stationary front extending from Colorado up into southern parts of Canada. A lot of snow on either side of that front, and another disturbance coming on the backside of this low. This one now moving through parts of Oregon, northern Nevada, western parts of Idaho. That's going to bring in the chance for some moisture, some snow showers and rain showers here locally as we head towards tomorrow night. Now, if you want to get outside and do stuff during the day, we will be dry, but make sure you layer up because it will be downright cold early in the morning. You can see by noon, temperatures warming into the 20s for Woodland Park and Monument, 30s to low 40s for Canyon City, Springs, and Pueblo. And then daytime highs get a little bit warmer than that through the afternoon as snow begins to build out west of I-25. Anytime through the late afternoon to evening hours, there's a chance some of those spotty showers, rain and snow could make their way east towards the Palmer Divide and here into the Pikes Peak region. Now, overall snow chances not that high during the day. I don't think they pick up in most places until later tomorrow night or into the day on Monday, but you could see possibly a snow shower in the Springs around 6 on the hour-by-hour forecast. Highs tomorrow should be pretty similar to what we saw today. Looking ahead through the rest of our Sunday night and extending into Monday morning, this is probably the better potential that we'll see some of that moisture move out of the mountains. And early on, it looks to favor areas north of the Palmer Divide, but could spread a little bit farther south at times on Monday. Again, it's not going to be a widespread heavy snowfall. Generally just some light snow showers, accumulations fairly minor, impacts as well across the region. I promised you the forecast map for the region here in southern Colorado. Here's what I'm expecting. Maybe as much as 1 to 3 for Lyman, Kit Carson, Monument, Woodland Park. I'd say between a trace to 2 in the Springs, higher amounts west of the interstate, also areas north of Highway 24, north of downtown, could see some of those higher totals. Generally just a trace or less from Canyon City to Pueblo to Rye. Maybe a trace in Lamar, but you can see the farther south you go, the less likely that we get that accumulating snowfall. Big story tonight ahead of that snow tomorrow is going to be the cold. Here's a look at the overnight lows. 15 in the Springs, 11 in Monument, 7 in Woodland Park, 17 in Denver. Highs tomorrow pretty much on par with what we saw today. And again, about 10 to 20 degrees below average for this time of the year. So we keep snow chances going on that super 7-day forecast. And you can see throughout the day on Monday, running between about 20 and 50% through Monday evening. Breezy to windy from Tuesday, Wednesday into Thursday. Then we get a second system that moves in late in the week with a shower chance by Friday. For Pueblo, pretty active at the beginning of the 7-day forecast, although rain and snow total is not expected to be much of anything here. Wind probably the bigger story towards the middle to end of the week. Canyon City temperatures staying below average through Tuesday, then we're into the 60s with that downslope wind, likely high fire danger Wednesday to Thursday. And for Woodland Park, we've got some light snow showers Sunday to Monday, so a cold and potentially snowy forecast. Kind of reminds me of my Crimson Tide, Brady. They were as cold as ice yesterday.